camera was so dark there. How's it going, everyone? Today is 8/18/2025. I began streaming every day on August 20th of 2024. But for some reason, it seems like maybe I messed up the numbers. I don't know. But the 365th stream will be on the 19th. So maybe it's because I count my first stream as the one on August 20th, and I should have counted that as stream 0. But honestly, I don't know. I'm not really sure why the 365th one is on the 19th and not the 20th. I mean, let's see what... This shouldn't even be here. There we go. I had McDonald's today. I had the McCrispy chicken tenders. And I get a coupon that allows me to get free medium fries. So, even though I think McDonald's fries are overrated. I mean, nothing beats free, so, you know what I mean? I love free shit. Who doesn't love free shit? So, that's what I did. So I only ended, even though I had fries and chicken, I only paid for the chicken, you know? So that's cool. Yeah. You may notice I'm a bit down today. I've just been really stressed out lately. Just due to life, pretty much. You know? And I think I'm just going to learn from last time that I'm not going to really just turn this into a vent session. So, you know, I think anyone with a reasonable mindset can understand how difficult life can be. And sometimes certain days just are really stressful. And today's one of those days. But I'm not going to let it affect the current mood of right now, because you guys don't deserve that. So I guess what I can talk about is, actually wait, I don't have my earbuds in. Hey. Hello, Milkman. How's it going? London, you here yet? London is currently eating right now, actually, as well as taking some medicine. So, that's probably why she's not here right now. I'll text her just in case she didn't get the notification. I know I can talk about that cheers me up. I found this song. I don't know how I came across it, actually. I really don't. But I just know that as soon as I heard it, it made me think of London. And it's called Her Garden. By, actually I don't know what let me look. By Amory Real. That is Amory, Amory, Gay Horse Detection. Hey. And then Real, that is REEL. Also, I have no sound. That's okay. There. I did that to amuse her because she can't hear. Oh man. These are the worst hives I've ever had in my life. Did you take the Benadryl yet? Oh wait, you can't hear. Sorry. 2 Benadryl for what? I don't know, man. I wish life was more easy to navigate. And I wish that it just allowed people to live the life they wanted to. Obviously, that's probably a wish that everyone has. It's not a unique wish. But I think now more than ever, I really just wish that would be the case. You know? I really miss London. I hardly ever get to see her. You know? I don't know if she can still hear or not, but I love you so much, London. See, look, I'm getting sad. I need to stop. It just sucks. I know I could talk about, or not talk about. This. These are the 2 candles. I decided to keep them because it's like one of the nicest things that someone's ever done for me. Actually, no, it would be this way. Right? Yeah, because for my end, it looks like this is the right way. But no, it's this. You know? I mean, when I was a kid, I would just kind of have to eat cake that I know I shouldn't have. And even then, I wasn't even often made a cake. And when I was, it wasn't a cake I could, or it wasn't a cake I should eat. It wasn't a cake I was supposed to eat. I'm chatting on and off. It's okay. They don't smell like cake anymore. I washed them so that they wouldn't grow bacteria. But the bottom of these were absolutely coated in frosting. You know, just the design of it, it kind of looks like a Pop-Tart. You know how Pop-Tarts have sprinkles on them and white frosting? Actually, I think the only Pop-Tart that does look like that is the raspberry one. No, strawberry. Strawberry is the one that looks like that. When I was a kid, I liked Pop-Tarts, and then after a certain point, I just realized these are dry. And I never touched them again. My go-to were probably the brown sugar cinnamon, and I would dip it in milk. And then, which I shouldn't have been doing. But I also liked that mixed berry one. That's kind of one of my go-tos in terms of fruit-flavored things, is mixed berry. Not fruit punch, though. Mixed berry. It's different, I promise. But mixed berry was always my go-to flavor. Oh my god, I don't know what it was, but fucking, I think, was it Juicy Juice? I think it was just Juicy Juice. For some reason, Juicy Juice like I think they were like blue or sort of periwinkle colored. But they had just like mixed berry juice in the little boxes, and they were so fucking good. I don't even know why I liked them so much. But in my mind, they were just so fucking good. And actually, now that I think about it, I don't think the Pop-Tart was called mixed berry. I think it was called wild berry. But it was the same premise. And it wasn't because it was purple. Although that is so happened to be my favorite color. I am quickly realizing that people's favorite color often coincides with their favorite candy flavor. If someone's favorite color is pink, they usually like the pink candies. If someone's favorite color is blue, they usually like the blue candies. And so on and so forth. And, you know, my favorite color is purple. And I just so happen to like the purple candies. I don't try to. It just so happens to be that way. I truly, honestly don't think I am picking it because it's purple, though. I really do just like berry-flavored stuff. And oftentimes those end up being purple. I also like grape, which is a berry in its own right. Well, other people don't really consider it one, but it definitely is. There's a lot of other things that really shouldn't be considered. Well, they are botanically berries, so science says that they are berries. But in my mind, something like a watermelon or a cucumber shouldn't really be considered a berry because it just seems so silly to. But I guess, you know, I don't know really why it seems so silly to. Maybe it's just because we come across it so frequently, you know? Because I feel like if you were a scientist and you dealt with metals all day, you'd probably find it silly to call something like mercury a metal. Because whenever you touch it, it's liquid. And also it's cancerous, but that's a different thing. Before they knew that, they'd let you play with it, and they called it quicksilver. And you just would play with it, and it would be liquid. My girlfriend's favorite color is mint green. And let me guess, her favorite color is mint chocolate chip. Mint chocolate chip. Now, I honestly would not say that my favorite ice cream flavor is... I don't even think they make grape ice cream. I don't think that's a thing. And I don't think that would taste very good. I like just straight up vanilla. On a cone. I don't like eating ice cream from a bowl. I think it's just so sad. So I eat ice cream from a cone. Because I like just crunch. I like cake cones. I don't like sugar cones. Sugar cones are just... Even though I like crispy and crunchy most of the time, and a cake cone is definitely not as crunchy as a sugar cone, I think the sugar cones just don't taste as good. You know? And I think that the sugar cones are just too crumbly. Whenever you take a bite, it all just falls to pieces. A cake cone has structural integrity, so that when you take a bite out of it, you're not affecting the whole structure. And also, it can stand up straight on a plate. So if you ever need to take it off your hands, you can just place it down. And waffle cone's kind of the same deal. Are there any other kind of cones? You ever seen those cone bowls? I think that's stupid, personally. What's the deal with that? I wonder if anyone's favorite color is brown. That'd be an interesting color to have, I think, as their favorite color. I don't think I've ever met someone whose favorite color was brown, you know? Brown. It's just a sadder version of orange, you know? If someone's favorite color is brown, It was a kid whose favorite color was orange, and then they became old. Scoops or twist ice cream cones? I don't know what that... Oh, I think I know what you mean. Like soft serve or scoops? Like when you get it from the machine and you spin it like that. I liked always doing it. There was a buffet. There was an old school American steakhouse buffet type place that was in my town, and there is a soft serve ice cream machine. It was self serve, soft serve, where you just grabbed a cone and you just placed it under the machine. And I knew how to do it. You just twist. Or you don't twist, actually. You just spin it. But it looks like when you do it. And I even knew how to do the little dollop at the end. Where at the... You know what I mean? And I would just... And I really liked the bologna for some reason at that particular buffet. It was pretty much... It really wasn't a buffet. It was a salad bar that was kind of disguised as a buffet. And I always really fucking liked the bologna for some reason. I'm not sure why. I also really liked the garlic bread. I liked the dinner rolls. I liked the little sunflower seeds. I liked the little whale crackers. For some reason, they didn't use the goldfish. They used little whale crackers that were cheese flavored. And I'd get that. So I'd pretty much just have a bunch of junk food on my plate. But since I think kids ate free, you could order from the menu, which they had a kitchen for, and they would cook that. But they also just had the salad bar room, which was its own room that you went to. And the whole restaurant was carpeted, but when you went inside the room, it was tiles. And you went inside, and the place was dimly lit, so it was, cool. And for some reason, the garlic bread station had a red light under it, for some reason. And you cut yourself your own garlic bread. It wasn't, pre-cut pieces. It was, this long piece of bread. Long Italian bread. And you cut it with this knife. And there was a red light underneath, and I don't know why, but I thought it was super cool. They also had dinner rolls. They had nacho chips. I know they had, tortilla chips. My dad ate cabbage in the ketchup. What did you eat? London? There was also, this particular buffet had cookies, but those cookies were whack. I don't know if they were sugar-free or if they just sat out a long time, but those cookies sucked. And they were they did not make them in-house. I think they get them in from a truck, and they just put them on there. And that's probably how everything at that place was. Now that I think about it. At the end of the day, it was just a salad bar that was disguised as a buffet. Obviously, can't handle another freezer burnt chicken tender. Oh. They all taste like that. And no milk, this is why I have highs now. Thor says highs will clear with time. You have hives because of freezer burn? Or are you saying that you think you can eat milk again? And that you'll get over the... No, I have high because of milk allergies. Oh. Oh, yeah. I know. I guess you were saying it for the other people's sake. My bad. I was saying the Benadryl will kick in, hopefully. Okay. And you were just saying no milk. No milk. Why is this not charging? Why is my laptop not charging? Why the fuck is my laptop not charging? Oh, it sparked. Or it didn't spark, it made a noise that was scary. Okay. Don't touch it. Sorry I ate your charge, bro. Needed it. Don't touch. No, I fixed it. Fixed it. That's it. I start thinking of cookies, and I want Oreos. I'll be back. Oh. I got Oreos. How could this happen? The reason why the bag is white is because it's gluten-free Oreos, and I don't have a gluten problem. I do that because for some reason the gluten-free Oreos do not use high fructose corn syrup, and that is an ingredient that I stay away from. I used to think I had a corn allergy, so anything with corn I stayed away from. So this is something that I'm not used to. But then I realized I was wrong on the fact that I can't have corn, and that the whole time I was really just allergic to dairy. I already knew I was lactose intolerant. That one I knew I was diagnosed with that, and also it runs in the family. As well as the egg allergy. That one again was told to me by a medical professional, and again, runs in the family. Oreo Thins. Actually, I probably do prefer Oreo Thins. I do remember that when I would eat Oreos and the thin would be an option, I did prefer the thin ones. But I don't think they make gluten-free Oreo Thins. I also liked the thin Reese's cups. I thought the peanut butter was usually more creamier for some reason. But, again, I shouldn't have been eating those. I did take a dairy pill with them. In fact, I remember one time I was eating Nutcracker Reese's Nutcrackers during Christmas time. And, again, same thing. They would put really creamy peanut butter in those. I don't know why, but it was always really creamy. But I shouldn't have been eating those. But I'd always take a dairy pill with them. So it wasn't something I was impulsively doing. Alex Hearing's Hell's Curse on my skin. Sweetie, you need to put on gloves or something, because I don't want you to put a scar on you from scratching. I thought Oreos had milk. How they do that. London, you've seen me eat Oreos. Now you're making me second guess. Sugar, white rice flour, tapioca, palm oil, soybean, canola, whole oat, cornstarch, cocoa, processed with alkali, invert sugar, soy, baking soda, salt, xanthan gum, chocolate, artificial flavors. No milk. There's no milk in an Oreo. The cream is literally just water and sugar. Kind of like how I always thought they had milk. No, I totally understand. I expected London to know because I've told her that, but it's okay if you forgot. I sometimes forget too. It is okay. But yeah, I used to think that as well. I've been married. London, you're okay. I love you. But yeah, I used to think the same thing. But no, there's no milk in that cream. The cream is... Well, let's see what the cream is. Let's see what the cream is. What is the Oreo cream made of? Sugar and oil. Wait a second. It does not contain any dairy, hence the name cream. Cream spelled C-R-E-M-E. Instead of the term cream, C-R-E-A-M, according to Wall Street Journal. I didn't even know that there's a difference between those spellings. Like, I just thought there was alternative spellings. Just like how you can spell, you know, gray and gray differently with an E or with an A. Or center. Or defense. With a C or an S, you know? Cream versus cream. Cream is the French word for cream, and it's often used in English to make certain foods and products sound more French. In essence, both cream and cream refer to the fatty component of milk, but cream with an E and no A is typically used in a specific culinary context or referring to when a product that may not strictly adhere to the FDA regulations for the term cream. So what does this say on the fucking package? Chocolate sandwich cookies. Oreo. Gluten-free. Chocolate sandwich cookies. Slit appears when opened. Ayo. That's funny. Here we go. Scan and dunk. There's so much to discover. It doesn't even say the word cream here once. On this whole fucking package. Let me read some chats. So they've been giving out oil cream for years? It says you're playing Minecraft? Why does it always do that? I mean, you would assume that it had milk because of the cream itself. Mystery cream? Oreo review? I would recommend you give the gluten-free Oreos a try. It is actually surprising how little difference they have from a normal Oreo. Test it out for yourself and see what you think. Like, a lot of times when I have gluten-free stuff, because my dad can't have gluten, he's got celiacs, I would sometimes try the shit that he was eating, and it just tasted so weird, and the texture was so bad. But these sound and taste just like, and feel just like how a normal Oreo tastes. Okay, Rio. If I was dipping this in milk, I like to break it apart. Dip this one first. Take a bite like that. And then I do the same for this. And then I'll just eat the rest. When I was a kid,